Hey, another self-talk. I find these particularly really helpful, especially if you're going through something in your life. Just by doing self-talk, it really helps with, getting your thoughts organized and sort of like navigating through what's going on with your life. Besides meditation, that's when we like quiet our mind and go deep within. Self-talk is also another thing that is really helpful, and this is what like I'm doing to like help me cope with let go and just accept the present. Like when your life is going through so much hardships, obstacles, just things that throw at your life, um you know you just want peace. Like, even if you sky watching, listening to a bird chirping in the morning, breathing that cool air, even that is peaceful. And that's where my heart like is yearning for. I've been through so much in my life lately. There's just so much happening with the whole my husband went psychotic. The house got destroyed. My daughter and I had to be homeless for a few weeks, and trying to get settled, situated. Things were thrown out of the house, and I felt like I was in evacuation mode. Like I was in, like I felt like I'm in like an LA fire or a hurricane evacuation emergency. Like literally in that moment, all I could think of was, what is it that I can bring? Like I really couldn't think that I can bring much, because my daughter and I, we were just like trying to fit everything in that small room that we had to borrow from my in-law. So I was in that evacuation like mindset for like a week or something before he got helped at the hospital. So that was an experience that I just couldn't forget. And it was like the whole year that led to it that I just could not forget. It's the marijuana that he abusively used. And for the whole year, I begged, I cried, I did everything I could to try to stop him, advise him not to do it, because I could see it slowly changed his personality. Like when you live with someone, you can tell like over time that the thing that they smoke or use slowly change them. It's so hard to say, but you can see it, you can feel it when you live with someone. And it led to the point that he was abusively used it, like hundreds of dollars of smoking marijuana a day, and it snapped. And it was more or so of that journey that I had to endure for the whole year, that I'm so traumatized, that I'm so hurt. When he was out of the hospital, he was so mean to me. He was still yelling and wanted a divorce and all these things, and like all of that really hurt me. So those were the thing that I had to like battle with myself in my head every day. I just want to heal, and it's so hard for me to heal because right now I'm still not settled in terms of like my home physically. Every time I like look for something, needed something, then it's like click in my head that like, oh, I used to have that, but due to that event, so I had to like let them go. They were thrown out and all these things. Then it triggers again. Um, like every day, I'm trying to just, like let that go. It's so hard to forget and forgive someone when they were a part of your trauma. And it's even harder when you have to talk and see them every day, which makes your wound can't heal. It's like, do you understand? When you have a cut and all you need is you just have to cover it with a band-aid in order for it to heal. Otherwise, it just keep bleeding and bleeding. And I feel like my wound, I'm trying to put a band-aid on. I'm trying not to look at it. And every day by seeing him, talking to him, it just keep bleeding and bleeding because it triggers the trauma, the pain that I have in my heart. And it's even harder when you have kids together, you have things together that you need to discuss and things like that. I genuinely don't hate him. Like, I know he has mental health illness. I genuinely don't hate him. I just wish that he was to be honest with me from the beginning. Before he met me, he was diagnosed already, and that was never brought up. And throughout the marriage, he had chances to tell me, but no. I felt like in my marriage, I'm the victim that had to deal with all the anger issues from his disorder. Maybe he didn't know. And for sure, he was probably in denial himself too. But I feel like throughout 14 years, I had to be the one, like dealing with these outbursts, these mood changes, these decision makings, and just things. And now with that event that I got thrown out of my house, it just making my brain, my heart snap. Like I feel like it permanently created a dent in my heart. And every day now I have to like battle with, like flashbacks of the whole thing. So I cut my hair. My hair used to be long to my waist. Maybe when my hair is longer to my waist again, maybe when I'm able to rebuild everything from scratch once again, may I truly heal and be reborn again. But for now, I'm trying to do everything that I could just to get over this hump in my life. And I feel like you can forgive the person for doing the wrong things to you, but it's so hard to forget. It's like that wound has already become a scar, and it's there. If you decide to come back and live with the person or accepting them into your life again, it's almost like you have to be okay with seeing that scar every day for the rest of your life. Or you're gonna be in hell if you're not okay, if you're not truly healed, and to really think through and accept it, then every time when you look at that scar, you'll constantly be reminded of why that scar was there and what happened. So right now, I feel like I can't do it. I can't. Because every time I'm looking at the wound, it's still bleeding. It hasn't become a scar yet. So Anyways,